Hey guys, Sculpt here, and today we will be sculpting Stupid Cupid from Plants vs. Zombies. That's right, this is the first official zombie to grace my channel. Look at him. Just look at him, he is so ugly. Oh, he's ugly. Anyway, we're gonna start out by making a base. And yes, this time I did actually use aluminum wire. Now, I didn't use as much aluminum wire as I did with Yoshi. I tried to keep it simple. And honestly, I didn't have any problems with the way the wire was set up and all that stuff. So I was pretty happy about that. Here we're adding on some dirt mounds because I decided if we're gonna make a zombie, even if it is Stupid Cupid, I mean, come on, the guy's got wings. Anyway, but since we are making a zombie, I figured I'm gonna have him coming a bit out of the grave. Although it's not really a grave, it's more of a mound of dirt or a hole in the ground. Whichever one you prefer. Anyway, here we are making the little mounds of dirt. We're going to press in the center a little bit. And we're getting ready to add on Stupid Cupid, actually. Oh my god. Plants vs. Zombies is such a ridiculous game, but you've got to love it. I mean, it is, isn't it? It's just... Plus, it's adorable. It is. It's quite adorable to a degree. Anyway, so we're gonna make the skin for Stupid Cupid, and I took an olive green and a very light gray. I mixed them together. Now, I didn't fully mix them, and I threw in a little piece where where they were almost combined, and I gotta say, it kind of looks like candy. It doesn't taste like candy, but it kind of looks like candy. Anyway, so his feet are really skinny. I've noticed that on Stupid Cupid. I mean, he is fat. He's got a fat body, he's got a fat head, and he's got these tiny little skinny arms. Why? I mean, were they mimicking a bumblebee? Perhaps. I'm not too sure. Anyway, so here's his body, where we cut him in half. Oh no. Don't worry, he survived. So we cut him in half, and then we just basically combined him again. I mean, he's a zombie, he'll live through this. And we stuck in a piece of aluminum wire to make his spine, because we do need to support the head later on. He does have a big fat head with a dent in it right above the eyebrows. So that was interesting. You saw earlier I combined the color for his eyes. I did a lot of light gray and a little bit of yellow. So that's how I got the color for his eyes. Now here we're making the head. We cut out a gaping hole, a gaping smiling hole for his mouth. Now, you gotta admit one thing. He might look stupid and he might look ugly, but he's got a good smile. And he still has some teeth. You know, he doesn't quite need dentures yet. I mean, I think for who knows how long this guy is, I think that's a pretty good victory. Now we added a bit of skin for his lip, and I think it was a bit of a double chin that he had. I'm not sure, but he had this extra little fold below his lip chin area. I'm not too sure. Now, the interesting part on Stupid Cupid was that his gums were still red. They weren't like this dark red, they weren't decaying, they weren't a purple, but they were red. Unless, I'm seeing colors differently. But I find that the red mouth actually really works for him. So we're gonna take thin layers of red clay. we're gonna press one into the bottom and one to the top. We're gonna smooth it out. We're gonna fold the extra over so that it makes it look like he's got gums. And now we're gonna stick on his teeth. I made the teeth a bit wider because I mean it's a bit of a comical appearance, so you don't want to make the teeth too thin, too perfect. I mean, look at that. Look at that, he's got 4 teeth at top. They're perfect. And these are just done with a really light gray. It was the same gray that I used for mixing. I figured it was a good color for the teeth, and it actually turned out really well. And you can just stick those teeth in like that. They are not gonna fall out. Now we're gonna move on to the eyes. Now, remember on Stupid Cupid, his eyeballs are actually pretty big. One of them's smaller than the other, but he does not look in the same direction. So I want to say that he has 2 lazy eyes. Or maybe it's just the way that he is. This guy's crazy. And then he's got nostril holes. He's got big nostril holes. Along with that little dent in his head. I moved the eye because it didn't seem quite right. Now here we're making his hand. We're gonna make the hand that's holding the bow. His arms are basic noodle shapes. I wanted to say something else. I mean, his arms are basically just rolled out into a noodle form. And here's his hand. That's going to be holding the bow. And then we can just attach it back to his arm by smoothing out that clay. And it looks pretty good. Now, just do the same thing for his second arm, but don't have him holding a bow because he only has one. And just curl his second hand into a light fist. Now here, we're gonna make the arrow. Yes, I don't know whose idea it was to give Stupid Cupid a bow and arrow. Because, I mean, would you trust this guy with a bow? Would you trust him with an arrow? Could he actually shoot it? But I mean, it is Plants vs. Zombies, so I'm pretty sure he has a good aim, or at least a decent aim when it comes to hitting plants. Now here, we're making his diaper. Yes, that's right, I'm gonna call it a diaper. I don't know if it is a diaper, but I'm gonna call it a diaper. Because that's what you see all those baby Cupids wearing. They're always wearing a diaper. And Stupid Cupid would not be complete without his diaper. It's not a soiled diaper. It's a very clean, green little guy. I mean, yeah, I have no idea. For a zombie, he is surprisingly clean. Same thing goes with his diaper. It's surprisingly clean. I mean, even though he's coming out of the dirt, he's still surprisingly clean. Even his wings are white. They're surprisingly clean. I'm never gonna get over that little fact. Because you would think he's a zombie, that he wouldn't be that clean, but he is. He really is. If you don't believe me, look up his image. Search for Stupid Cupid for Plants vs. Zombies, and you will see that he is actually that clean. It's crazy. I mean, maybe it's the flying. Maybe the more that he flies around, the more the dirt will just flake off because of the wind. No idea. Anyway, here we're making the harness, which is just 2 straps and a belt, and don't forget the little metal buckle piece and the extra strap that he has. Well, the extra end of a strap that he has. And now we're going to finish up the arrow by doing the little feathers. Just a very tiny thing. I mean, you don't even have to attach them because we're going to glue this all together at the end. Now here here we're making the wings. I freehand the wings because they're very simple. They're very simple, they're very basics. I'm pretty sure Stupid Cupid will find a way to fly with any kind of wings, honestly, that he has. So we're gonna take all that, we're gonna bake it in the oven for 25 minutes, and here comes the fun part. Oh, the assembling. Look at his face. How do you not love that face? Alright, freshly baked Stupid Cupid pieces. Let's get ready to assemble this guy. The first thing that we're going to do is that we are going to glue the arrow onto the bow. And before gluing the arrow onto the bow, we're going to glue the arrow all together. And then we're going to glue on the wings. I chose to do the wings first because I didn't really want to risk doing them last and getting them weird. Anyway, guess what? We're just going to glue on his head, and guess what? This ugly little zombie is done. It's Stupid Cupid, and we are done. Look at him. He's ridiculous, and I love him. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.